welcome to a new video. For those who don't know me, my name is Emmy, and in this video I would like to talk a little bit about the Korean proficiency exam, which is called TOPIK. Since lots of people have actually asked me many things about it, so I would like to talk about my experience and give you a little brief about what TOPIK actually is. But before going on, I would like to thank the main sponsor of this video, which is AnaLuisa again. But I got really excited when they asked me to collaborate for a new video, so they sent me this cute pearl earrings, this adorable heart necklace, which was designed by a Korean YouTuber named Ana Luisa actually. And there's this other very thin pearl necklace as well, which is really cute. It's very aesthetic and it's very minimal, and I love this kind of jewelry pieces actually. And AnaLuisa is a jewelry brand based in New York City, United States, and they have this whole philosophy about being sustainable, carbon neutral. So they recycle their materials such as gold, silver. All the jewelry pieces are gold plated and they look very expensive and fancy, but for such a little price. And they're currently running another sale of their website where you can actually get the second piece for 40% off. So you can just have a look at their website. I will link everything down below. I really love their pieces because they're affordable, they're sustainable, and they're very minimalist chic. And yeah, that's the kind of style I always look for, because you can really match all of them together actually, like I did here. And yeah, it's very nice, and I would recommend you check them out because they make such cute pieces, and it could not be only for you, but also if you know a friend who loves this kind of stuff, that could be a nice idea for a gift, I would believe. Like I recently got some earrings and some necklaces for my mom's for Mother's Day as well, and so yeah, you should check them out actually. So now let's go back to the main topic of this video. What is TOPIK? TOPIK stands for Test of Proficiency in Korean, and it's the only one and official language proficiency test that's organized by National Institute of International Education, which is an organ within the Ministry of Education of the Korean Republic. But what are the main goals of TOPIK? Well, first of all, the main goal is to promote the Korean language among not native speakers. And by doing so, it gives you the right direction of learning a language, because when you start learning a language, you might get overwhelmed by different information and you are kind of unsure whether you're studying it the right way or not. But it also gives the learner the chance to actually know what they're studying, what their current level of the language is. And this could be helpful either for study reasons, but also for work reasons. One of the reasons I took TOPIK the last year in 2021 when I got TOPIK level 2 was because I wanted to know how I was studying, and knowing that I had an exam that would actually tell me what my level was at the time, that was very helpful for me, because I kept studying and I kept having like a sort of routine, which was very important because it kept me motivated throughout all the weeks and months. Because sometimes when you study the language, you might be a little bit demotivated when you don't see any improvements, but actually by taking this kind of exam, you know you have to do it, so you want to do it well, and you keep yourself with your motivation up and you study. And it actually helped me a little bit, but then the more I was studying, the more I wanted to learn new things. And at this point, once I enrolled back to university to study Korean, of course I wanted my Korean level to get better. And last week I actually took TOPIK 2, and it was very challenging. But before talking about the exam, I would like to give you more specific insight about how TOPIK is actually structured. So TOPIK is actually divided into two different exams, which are TOPIK 1 and TOPIK 2. So TOPIK 1 is for beginners, and by doing this exam you either get level 1 or level 2. TOPIK 1 is divided into a listening part, 듣기, and ıl기, the reading part. This exam lasts 100 minutes, and if you get from 80 to 139 points, you get level 1, and if you get from 140 points to 200, which is the maximum, you get level 2. And the last year when I took it, I got like 178 points, so I got level 2. The difference between topic 1 and topic 2 is that topic 2 actually has a writing part called 쓰기. So when you study for topic 1, you just need to practice more listening and reading. And when I studied for that exam, I actually used this book, which was for 2020 actually, which is a book that helps you to understand how the exam is structured, and it gives you some vocabulary, it gives you some tips and tricks on how to solve the questions, because of course when you do this exam you have to be very quick with reading the questions, like especially for the reading part. So it gives you really nice tips, and every year they make like a new book of this with new mock tests. This book actually has 3 different mock tests. You can test yourself and see how this exam is gonna be when you actually take it. And I must say that even though that's actually all in Korean, it was very useful for me, because it also helped me to develop more reading skills this way, because it was all in Korean. And this is actually, as it says here, it's topic 1. On the other hand, when you study for topic 2, I got this other book actually, which says topic 2, but this is another edition. This is the 2021 edition. But as I was saying, so topic 1 lasts 100 minutes. You have the listening part, and then you have the reading part, and then you're done. Topic 2 is actually for low, intermediate to advanced learners, because by doing this exam, you either get level 3, 4, 5, and 6. Some of you might know the European framework for languages goes from A1 to C2. Level 3 could be considered like a B1, whilst level 6 could be considered like a C2. Depending on your final score, you might get either one of these 4 levels. So if you get from 120 till 149 points, you get level 3. If you get from 150 to 189 points, you get level 4. From 190 till 229, you get level 5. And if you get more than 230 points till 300, which is the maximum, you get level 6. Each part of this exam has 100 points, so you get 50 questions for the listening part, and that's 100 points. Then you have 4 questions for the writing part, which are 100 points as well. And then you have the reading part, which are other 50 questions, and that's 100 points as well. So it's 100, 100, and 100. So because of the 쓰기 part, topic 2 lasts way longer than topic 1. So instead of being 100 minutes, it's just about 180 minutes. So it's about 3 hours of time, which, believe me, that seems a lot, but when you are doing the exam, actually, you feel like you're running out of time. So in Italy, I don't know in other countries, but in Italy, topic takes place twice a year. Once in spring, and it's organized by my University of Foreigners of Siena, and it's usually in April. Like, we took it like the last week, which was very overwhelming and very nerve-wracking, I would say, because I had studied a lot this past month for this exam, and this time I hope to pass it, because the other time I took it in October in Venice, because the autumnal exam is organized by the University of Venice, and I just took it just because I wanted to see how it was, because I had just taken topic 1 in April, the last April. So in October, of course, I wasn't really expecting improving much, because at that time, before even enrolling to university, I was still working full-time. And I took it and I didn't pass it for like 20 points, which was kind of a bummer. But that's fine. So this time I really hope I passed it, because at least this time I did the 쓰기 part, because the last time I just did 2 exercises for the writing part, and the writing part is very important actually, because it's divided into 4 different exercises, but the main important ones are number 53 and 54. So 53 is the description of a graph or some statistics, and you have to write up to 300 words, squares, like you get like this, and you have to write into the squares and you have to fill them squares. And for the other one, for the SIGI 54 exercise, you are actually asked to write a small essay. By small, I mean it's not that long, it's about 600, 700 squares. But the thing is that you have to be very quick at writing, so there's no drafts or anything, because this has to be done within 50 minutes, which, believe me, it's very, very stressful, like in a very pali way, as Korean people would do.
빨리 좀.
You have to be very, very quick. And when I was like practicing for the SIGI part, I would like waste 1 hour writing an essay, and during the exam I had to do it like in 20 minutes. So it's very, very important to practice in order to be prepared and to know how this exam is actually structured. So I would definitely recommend you getting one of these big books. There's different ones, I have other ones, but this one is very, very complete. You have some insight on the grammar you might be encountering while doing this exam, then you have other mock tests. You actually have a small booklet inside with vocabulary and stuff, but there's also other books for vocabulary, such as Suksuk Topic. This is the one I studied when I took topic 1. It's the elementary one and it's divided into 40 days. And then there's Suksuk Topic Tungup. Yeah, because this is, as I said, this is the Tungup for beginners, and this is a little bit thicker and it's for intermediate learners. There's also another one in purple. I have it, but I won't show it right now. I studied from this as well. There's lots of vocabulary. I'm not really a big fan of this book, but I would say it's really useful because it's filled with many words you might actually need to learn in order to take this exam. Because one of the things I noticed in topic is not mostly about the grammar. I mean, grammar is important, and I do believe, especially when you start learning Korean, it's really, really important to know the grammar. But if once I said that grammar was as important as knowing new vocabulary, right now I would tell you something the opposite, which is study more vocabulary as you can, which could be a little bit annoying, I know, so you need to find like some fun ways in order to improve your vocabulary skills. And you can like do flashcards. I use Quizlet for learning new words, and it's very, very helpful because it's like a game, so I can either type it and try to guess what the word is, and this actually helps me a lot to learn new vocabulary in a faster way, if I can say so. But yeah, here you have like lists of vocabulary, and the reason why I'm not a big fan of this book, but it's kind of helpful, is that they are all written down in alphabetical order, which to me is very difficult because I have a very photographic memory, so I tend to memorize how the word is written. But if some words are really similar by the way they're written, because maybe the main difference could be a vowel, like 정보 or 정부, like makta or mokta. There might be very little differences you need to pay attention to, but this is very, very helpful, and it also gives you some sentences. I never read the sentences I've written here, but one of my recommendation would be to actually check the words you're learning, not only here but also Naver Dictionary or in any other Korean English dictionary, or if you have any in your mother language, because some of the translations here are wrong. I mean, I found some mistakes, so I would definitely recommend you to check the words out in the dictionary as well, so just to double check. But the cool thing is that you also have the translation in Chinese and in Japanese as well. Otherwise, there's another book I don't have here because it's in the other apartment, and it's called KOREAN Topic, and I got it for vocabulary, but there's also other books from the same brand. How to say it? I don't know. But there are other books from KOREAN Topic that are more about grammar. but I got the blue one for vocabulary and that was very good. Otherwise, one of the books I really found helpful for topic and learning, like developing either writing skills, listening skills and reading skills, is this 비타민 한국어. There are 6 books in total. This is number 3. This is completely in Korean, whilst the first 2 books are also in English. But this kind of has some similar exercises as you might find by taking topic. And I really like this book actually, but especially because it gives you some grammar insights, some exercises. But I would recommend you to not only use this one, but also Korean Grammar in Use as a Korean grammar book. Finally, the book that really saved my... I won't say that. The book that really saved me and helped me to develop more writing skills is this book, which is called Cracking the Topic. And this book was a lifesaver. I haven't finished it yet, because I was studying other subjects as well, but I'm kind of almost done with it. I really loved it because it didn't only give you the right examples and tips and tricks on how to actually solve the writing part, but this book tells you the right sentence structure that needs to be written when you're doing, for instance, exercise 53, which is the graphs one. This book actually explains you what kind of questions you might find when you're taking the SIGI part and how to actually solve them. It gives you very useful vocabulary tips. It gives you some sentences you need to memorize on how to write something correctly, and like, it's very helpful. And I would definitely recommend to get this book, because this is from Dark One, which is the same publisher of Korean Grammar in Use, and this book is bilingual, so it doesn't only explain things in Korean but also in English, so it's very helpful. Like, I love this book. And yeah, of course, along with strategies and vocabulary and stuff, you have the chance to practice on questions as well and write your own answers, and then you can check the answers out with some examples like this one. This is what I was actually talking about. When you write for topic, you have to fill the words in these squares. When doing the SIGI part, what they actually look at is how you can use spaces correctly in Korean. So when I started studying Korean, I had no idea about this. When I took topic in October, I had no idea how to write in this thing, but this is actually very easy to do. But this book actually tells you everything you need to know in order to solve the writing part. I would just recommend you, if you don't know where to start when you are actually preparing yourself for topic, whether it's topic 1 or topic 2, is to absolutely get one of these ones, topic 1 and topic 2, because these books help you understand better how this exam is structured. But of course, along with this, you need to know vocabulary, so these are very useful as well. Even though I'm not a big fan of it, I repeat it. And then if you take topic 2 for writing, I will recommend you this book. I do believe that once you find a good method, you should stick with it. So don't get lost among different kind of books, because that could be a waste of money and time. Once you find a method you think works good for you, just stick with it and keep going on. And then if you have any questions, you can just ask me. I'm not very like an expert, but I can share my experience with you, and yeah, that's the reason why I'm actually doing this video as well. This is actually the end of this video, and I hope it helped you. I think I covered pretty much everything. I'm not really sure if I missed something, but yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to Hannah Notes on Instagram, which is my Studygram, or write down a comment down below. So if you took topic, I hope it went well. I mean, we get the results only the next month. Before finishing, I would like to thank AnaLuisa again. I will just remind you that they're currently running another sale of their website, and you can actually get the second piece for 40% off for Mother's Day. I will link everything down below, so you can just check them out. And yeah, I hope you guys are doing well, and if you have any questions again, just feel free to ask. And if you like this video, just give a thumbs up, subscribe, and we will see each other in a new video hopefully very soon. Bye!